Here's hoping this goes well. Got about 5 minutes before the official start of the stream. Today we're going probably from about 1 o'clock to 6 or 7. I've got a few buddies joining me for some Modern Warfare for the hours of 1 to 5, I think is what I was able to talk him into. And then after he's done, we'll go ahead and roll into some remastered Modern Warfare 2 and walk a little bit down nostalgia road. This stream is going towards Hope from Home, hashtag Hope from Home, which is currently trending on Twitter. It is to help with relief efforts and assisting those affected by the recent outbreak, COVID-19, coronavirus, that kind of thing. United Way and Tiltify are who I've quote partnered with to get this done. The donation link is down in the description. I have the campaign open until Saturday. I'm aware that a lot of people are tight with layoffs and furloughs and things of that nature. Those with essential jobs, obviously, you're feeling it as well. Hours are often cut, things of that nature. So I did extend this campaign more than a day, just to keep in mind, anybody that does receive some kind of paycheck Friday can help out with it. The goal for the campaign is, I feel, pretty modest at $250. The amount of viewers that this video gets through Friday, I will match that dollar amount and donate myself. And hopefully we can get those that are playing with me today, as well as generous donations from viewers across. There's already, I think it was worldwide, already 600 and something odd $1,000 raised toward this, which is absolutely astonishing to me. Seeing as most of the streams didn't start till 8 o'clock, so that puts it at just over 5 hours worth of content and awareness being brought to this. It is a serious matter, I guess you could say. It's not something like the flu that's just going to go away. It's not something that, everyone wants to try and compare it to the swine flu or compare it to other pandemics that weren't, I'm not going to say as serious, because individuals were still affected by the swine flu and things like that, but it's not often that a pandemic hits home, especially when you're in the middle of essentially nowhere. So I wanted to step in and do my part to help here with all of this. any of you that have joined us already. I do apologize for the lack of something to watch for the moment. Still trying to get people in and to join and online, that kind of thing. Why is it not wanting to... Sorry, I'm trying to get the stream up to on Tiltify, and it is not wanting to accept the link. Alright, that's set up. Hold on, it won't let me publish it. Give me 1 second. This all probably should have been done way before an hour. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be tricky. I've got one screen with the donations up, and I've got one screen with the chat live. I do have to bounce back and forth, unfortunately. I mean, we'll see how well it goes. Let me just look one more thing before it. Alright, nobody's on. As of now, we're going to go ahead and just get started. Play a few rounds, get warmed up. Hopefully they'll be on here in the next half hour or so. We can jump in, do some Warzone, enjoy that for a little bit, and then go about our day. See how this goes. Again, the goal for today is 250 toward Hope for Home, toward United Way, and helping those guys out over there. There are a lot of streamers, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of individuals in the media spotlight doing items for this today. I found out about this from Jacksepticeye. Huge fan of his channel. If you haven't already, go over, watch some of his content, subscribe. He's a funny guy, down to earth. I believe him, and he says he got 100 plus more to join in on this, which is astonishing. I mean, you sit there, and again, it was through his stream. I think he's got 450, I would say by now, 400 and somewhere in there, of the 600 already raised, 600,000 already raised. So, major props to him, and just being a huge voice and a huge contributor to all of this.
Capture and hold the objectives. Hostiles at Bravo, go! Enemy UAV overhead. Alpha. Assist your team at A. Securing Bravo. We captured Bravo.
I'm so bad.
UAV ready for deployment.
I need recon at my location.
We're holding two. We have the advantage.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply.
Oh, one's above.
Enemy VTOL jet in the AO.
I thought they were behind the container.
Enemy cruise missile incoming. Friendly counter UAV active. Stand by. Friendly UAV online.
Sorry, I don't like campers. Whether you're on my team or not, doesn't matter.
UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Left side. Just sitting on that corner, huh?
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Yep. Yep.
Enemy called for emergency. Friendly VTOL jet on station. Missile incoming. Losing B. You're needed at B. Securing Charlie. Stop that! Focus. Securing Charlie.
Give me another. Reloaded.
Always choose the wrong time to reload.
Friendly UAV online. They control 2 objectives.
Alright, game 1. Victory in the books. Is he on yet? No. Rust again. I don't wanna.
Weapons hot, no quarter given.
Reloading.
Fair enough.
Kill confirmed.
Reloading. Eliminated. I'm reloading. this time, you bastard.
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Target
Kill
eliminated.
confirmed. We've got a UAV operation. Kill confirmed.
Hostiles in the area.
Jesus, everyone just kind of sits somewhere, huh?
Friendly UAV overhead. Kill confirmed.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Allied cruise missile away. Kill confirmed.
Hunter.
Damn it.
Kill confirmed. Friendly UAV overhead.
Oh, he's up on the fucking rig. Yep. Knew it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Get in the fight, thank you.
Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover. Enemy UAV overhead. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Enemy UAV overhead. Kill confirmed. Enemy chopper gunner on approach.
Naturally. Come on, teammate, really?
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Up top.
Kill confirmed.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTV moving.
Enemy support helo in the air. Kill confirmed. Enemy missile inbound.
Still sitting back there for real.
Kill confirmed. Time's up. Move your asses. Enemy personal radar in the air. Kill confirmed. Enemy UAV overhead. Kill confirmed. I expect nothing less.
Alright, let's take a minute there. And again, I want to touch base. The link to donate to the whole point of this stream, which is to help with those affected by COVID-19 in the hashtag Hope for Home or Hope from Home ad. Link is in the description. The viewer count that this video gets through Friday is the amount that I will donate myself. So please go ahead and share this with friends, family, anybody that has nothing to do during their quarantine or anything like that, or just wants to help. Obviously, it goes to a great cause, and I wanted to take a minute to stop and talk about what exactly COVID-19 is, um, and just go over probably what I feel like by now is public knowledge with how people have been not necessarily jamming it down your throats, but it's been shoved down there pretty good, uh, and justifiably so. Um, at no point in anybody's life do I think that as a country, let alone a world, that you should be home and quarantined home or forced to stay at home or social distancing of 6 feet or more, such and such like that. Never had anything even close to it in my lifetime, and I hope that once this all goes away and we find our way around this as a species, hope it never happens again. I don't know about anybody else, but sitting at home constantly is not for me in the slightest. Hold on. I'm wanting a better. God, I really should have had a lot of this set up beforehand. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so what it is it's COVID-19 is, at least from uh, CDC's frequently asked questions, because I feel like that's probably where a lot of people can go for especially basic information like what I'm about to give you. COVID-19 is what they call a novel disease or a novel virus. There's plenty of coronavirus already out there. Wasn't seen in humans. That's why it's considered novel. I believe. If I'm wrong, by all means, someone please correct me. Let's see. Where can I? Trying to paraphrase it. I don't want to read it verbatim, but you guys can obviously get this information, cdc.gov. Yeah, okay, it's an infectious disease. We know that. Alright, so the coronavirus disease is what they're calling a new disease or new virus. It causes respiratory illnesses similar to that of the flu. While it's commonly asymptomatic. If you do develop symptoms, those are more than likely you're gonna have a cough. Dry cough is what I was told the giveaway. So if it's just, I'm no doctor, I don't know. You'll have the cough. A lot of people reported having a fever. Severe cases causes difficulty breathing, which I feel like is a gimme with it being a respiratory disease. Yeah, see, a lot of this is focused on how to prevent it, which is important too, so we'll go over that. Preventing it is quite easy, actually, especially if you guys are in essential jobs, or especially if you're in the healthcare profession. Major shout out to you guys. You guys are dealing with this hands-on, which is way more than I would want to be. So shout out to you guys and the selflessness that it takes, because I guarantee you a lot of places, especially hospitals, doctors' offices, that kind of thing, they've got a call-in crew, and especially in the more affected areas, that crew's been called in. And major props to those that are giving up their time, their own safety to help with this whole pandemic. Obviously, the do's for protecting yourself: wash your hands. I've always heard the whole 20-second rule, or the happy birthday twice, or basically just use your common sense. Wash your hands, get between your fingers. Your thumbs are often ignored. The meat of your thumb, the back of your hands, all that. We want to obviously social distancing. Cover your nose and your mouth. I don't know how true this is. I believe corona is spread through droplets. I don't believe it's airborne. So it's if you coughed on, sneezed on, or around, and that you have contact with that, you become at risk for developing that said disease. Obviously, they want you to stay home as much as you can. If you do have to go out, like you have to go grocery shopping, or you do have to get food, or anything, or even seek medical treatment yourself, obviously you want to keep a safe distance. If you go anywhere, you'll see signs that's 6 feet apart. If you do believe that you're sick, they do want you to. Every place wants you to call ahead, just so that way. Obviously, if they can try and help you over the phone, which I'm not entirely sure how they would if you are infected, call ahead, see if you can get help over the phone, or if they can set up something to where you're not close to other individuals while you're waiting to be looked at or waiting to be tested, or anything along those lines. Obviously, the healthy demographic, like myself, so somewhere in between the 18 to I would probably go up to 40. I think it's 50 is where the rate spikes. Just be smart. Stay home. Don't be anywhere you don't have to be. Don't be in large groups. If you feel bad, or even if you feel slightly off, again, you can be asymptomatic and have no idea. And if you go to a group where there's 90 individuals, and 4 of those individuals have respiratory issues already, especially those affected by asthma or anything else that affects how you breathe, you're going to put them at risk, and it's not good. The less that we can spread it, the better. Well, now see if he's online now. Still not online. God damn it. anybody on. Negative. Of course not. Why would I? Alright, so this wasn't supposed to be just me. I had a group of 3 that was supposed to come on and help keep this at least higher energy. They seem to have just back out, which sucks, but it is what it is. So we're going to swap games. We're going to go over